What are the essential components of any argument? Every argument at its core consists of a conclusion, the main point you're trying to persuade someone of, and premises, the reasons or evidence you provide to support your conclusion. It's crucial to first clearly identify both your conclusion and premises before building your argument. How can I ensure my argument is clear and easy to follow? The clarity of your argument depends heavily on the order in which you present your ideas. Unfold your ideas in a natural order, like a story. Start by stating your conclusion, then present your premises in a way that logically leads the reader or listener to accept your conclusion. Use transition words and phrases to signal the connections between your points. What makes a premise reliable, and what should I do if I'm unsure about its reliability? A reliable premise is one that is true and well supported. To ensure reliability, check your facts, consult credible sources, and be prepared to defend your premises if challenged. If you doubt a premise's reliability, it's best to research further or find alternative premises that are more defensible. How does being concrete and concise strengthen an argument? Abstract and wordy arguments can be confusing and lose their impact. Use clear, specific language and get to the point. Avoid jargon or unnecessarily complex vocabulary. A well-crafted argument should be easily understood by your audience. What's wrong with relying on emotionally loaded language in an argument? While emotional appeals can be persuasive, they shouldn't be the foundation of your argument. Focus on providing solid evidence and logical reasoning instead of manipulating your audience's emotions. Attacking the opposing viewpoint with loaded language is also unproductive and detracts from the substance of your argument. What is the importance of using consistent terminology throughout an argument? Consistency in language ensures clarity and coherence. When you introduce a key concept, stick to the same terminology each time you refer to it. Avoid using synonyms or rephrasing the idea repeatedly, as this can lead to confusion and weaken the flow of your argument. When using examples to support a generalization, what factors should I consider? Quantity. Use more than one example to avoid relying on a potentially unrepresentative exception. Representativeness. Ensure your examples accurately reflect the diversity of the group you're generalizing about. Background rates. Consider the frequency of both supporting and opposing examples to avoid cherry-picking evidence. How can I use counterexamples to improve my arguments? Counterexamples or exceptions to your generalization can be valuable tools for refining your argument. Instead of ignoring them, actively seek out counterexamples to identify weaknesses and refine your claims. By acknowledging limitations and addressing potential objections, you can make your argument more nuanced, comprehensive, and persuasive. Why do we need to rely on experts or authorities in arguments? We cannot have direct experience with everything in the world. For specialized knowledge or information outside our personal experience, we need to rely on experts, organizations, surveys, or reference materials. This is where arguments from authority come into play. What are the risks associated with relying on experts? Experts are human and can be biased, overconfident, or even misled. It's crucial to critically evaluate the credibility and potential biases of any expert before accepting their claims. How can I determine if a source is qualified to make a claim? Look for sources with relevant background, education, experience, or credentials in the area they're discussing. The argument should explicitly state the source's qualifications if they aren't immediately clear. For example, a climatologist is a qualified source for information about climate change, while a politician might not be. Is it enough for a source to be qualified? What other qualities should I look for? Besides qualifications, seek impartial sources. Individuals or organizations without a vested interest in the issue and prioritizing accuracy are more reliable. For example, an independent consumer testing agency provides more impartial information about a product than the manufacturer. How can I avoid being misled by biased sources? Cross-check information with a variety of sources to see if other reputable authorities agree. If experts significantly disagree, be cautious and avoid hasty conclusions. Also, be wary of sources that use extreme language, attack opposing views, or lack transparency in their funding or affiliations. How can I evaluate sources found on the internet? Be especially cautious with online information. Check the website's source, author qualifications, and potential biases. Look for websites of reputable institutions like universities, government agencies, or established news organizations. Be critical of information from personal blogs, forums, or websites with unclear sources. Cross-referencing information with other reputable websites is crucial. Is Wikipedia a reliable source? While Wikipedia can be a helpful starting point for research, it shouldn't be cited as a primary source. The information on Wikipedia is constantly updated and subject to change. Always verify information from Wikipedia with reliable sources and use the provided references to access the original information. How can I use Wikipedia effectively for research? Use Wikipedia to get an overview of a topic and identify key concepts, relevant sources, and potential arguments. However, don't rely solely on Wikipedia for your research. Instead, use the references and external links provided in Wikipedia articles to find more authoritative sources like academic journals, books, and reputable websites. How should I approach formulating a position for an argumentative essay or presentation? Instead of immediately clinging to the first position that comes to mind, explore the issue thoroughly. Research different perspectives, even opposing ones, to develop a well-informed opinion that you can support with strong arguments. Be open to being surprised and swayed by new information. How do I transform my basic idea into a solid argument? Start by outlining the core idea as an argument, explicitly stating the premises and conclusion. Use a structured format like the ones presented in the source material. Refine the argument by expanding upon the premises, ensuring each point contributes meaningfully to the conclusion. How can I strengthen the premises of my basic argument? Each premise should be treated as the conclusion of a separate supporting argument. Provide evidence, reasons, or further arguments to back up each premise. Research, cite sources, and utilize relevant examples and factual knowledge to solidify your claims. Why is it essential to address potential objections to my argument? By anticipating and addressing objections, you demonstrate a comprehensive understanding of the issue and increase the persuasiveness of your argument. Carefully consider counterarguments, identify their strengths, and offer thoughtful responses to enhance your argument's overall credibility. What role do alternatives play in constructing a strong argument, especially for proposals? When advocating for a proposal, it's crucial to demonstrate its superiority compared to other plausible solutions. Explore alternative approaches to the problem and explain why your proposed solution is more effective, efficient, or feasible. How can I ensure clarity and coherence in my argumentative essay? Start by stating your main claim or proposal directly. Utilize your argument as an outline for the essay, summarizing it concisely and then elaborating on each premise in separate paragraphs. Use consistent terminology to maintain clarity and ensure a logical flow. What strategies can I employ to deliver an engaging and impactful oral argument? Begin by actively seeking your audience's attention and establishing a respectful and enthusiastic tone. Maintain a genuine presence by making eye contact, speaking expressively, and adapting to audience feedback. Use clear signposting and repetition to guide listeners through your argument. How can I effectively use visual aids in an oral presentation? Visual aids should support your argument, not overshadow it. Use them sparingly to highlight key points, present complex information, or provide compelling illustrations. Prioritize your spoken argument and audience engagement over excessive or distracting visuals.